Well, as concerns over COVID-19 continue to grow, those on the front lines of medical emergencies are taking extra steps to keep themselves safe and the patients they respond to. I talk with local first responders who discuss the changes and plans they have to keep the community safe. Police, fire, and paramedics are the first people on the scene when an emergency situation takes place.
If someone falls out of a tree and breaks their arm, we're going to respond to that the same as we would 2 weeks ago. If you call in and say, I have the flu, or I feel like I've got a fever, they're going to ask some of those questions to kind of dial that in a little bit.
The questions Deputy Need is referring to are what dispatch will be asking people if they call 911. Those questions will include what symptoms the patient has and if the patient has a fever. If those symptoms match that of which the CDC considers potential for coronavirus, then the dispatcher will ask if the patient has come in contact with someone who's tested positive for coronavirus. Depending how someone answers those questions will determine how EMS responds.
And we're going to limit the amount of responders that are going to come into your residence. They're going to try and keep that distance that we're all familiar with right now and get a face mask onto you, and then they'll start doing their assessment.
The West Lafayette Police Department is following the same guidelines.
We're still screening our calls through our dispatch center, following the same protocol as the fire department. We will only respond to calls with serious bodily injury.
However, if a coronavirus case were to pop up in Tippecanoe County, first responders are ready.
At this point in time, we've not made any runs with this truck, but it's designed for that usage. It is mainly wrapped in plastic on the inside, so it minimizes any infection control issues that could take place.
This is the ambulance Zartman was talking about. The plastic makes it easier to disinfect the vehicle if they were to transport a patient with COVID-19. However, first responders want to remind the public that they will respond the same to life-threatening situations.
If it's a life-threatening emergency, i.e. heart attack, you can't breathe, those sort of things, the EMS crews are going to be there the same way they would have been 2 weeks ago.
Now, the County Health Department and the Emergency Operations Center does have a team in place if a COVID-19 case were to come to Tippecanoe County. As of today, there have been no positive cases identified in our immediate area.